They're electric.
So, as the intro said, my name's Tennant, and yeah, the Burley trailer has been with me for 3 years now. It is definitely a hardy trailer. It does have a few cons, which I'll get to those here in a bit. First of all, anybody wondering how you would go about disconnecting it, because the video shows how to connect it. You just pull up this handle right here, and then you lift up, disconnects right off the bike. Easy peasy. So yeah, I've been touring along with this trailer for 3 years now. Most of the time I'm touring with it, I built a solar lid that I put on the top of it, and then that gains me 200 watts off of it. But this isn't actually about the solar trailer part, it's more about the Burley end of it, which the solar just gave me the ability to make these massive long distance trips. If you want to see that video, go ahead and click on my channel's name, and there's tons of them, from where I first started on it to some bad prototypes, and then all the way up to the current prototype I'm using now, which happens to be this guy right here. Well, this one's my buddy's, but it's the same exact thing. This one just hasn't got beat up as much. So if you're looking to get the Burley trailer, first of all, yeah, it is pretty pricey. I'm not gonna lie about that. You're gonna also need to get one of these. And I recommend a through axle, and I'm gonna tell you why. That actually gets into one of my little bit of cons about this. So I've drug, not this solar trailer, but my solar trailer, the more beat up version of it. I've dragged this thing all the way Phoenix to Las Vegas. That was actually one of my most popular tours I've done with the solar e-bike. I've also done many overnight trips with it after that, and I think during one of them I actually caused some massive damage to the front yoke, which that gets me into the next tour I was trying to do was Phoenix to LA. Unfortunately with that one, man, I was having fun, but the trailer, it blew over several times. I got mad, picked the bike up with the trailer connected to it, and tweak the yoke some more on it. So yeah, I get partway through LA, and well, this is where I get into why I prefer the through axles, is my quick release ended up breaking on me. Left me stranded on a corner in LA, and yeah, I was calling family. None of them were helpful at all, but yeah, one of them gave me the idea to call Uber. Ended up shooting over to a hotel, and my wife ended up coming down and getting me. Ended up finding out it wasn't just the quick release that broke. The quick releases, I'm not backing them whatsoever. I don't recommend them because, well, with pulling a trailer, well, mine snapped off on me. My front wheel, when I was running quick release multiple times, it came loose on me. Could cause a really bad accident. So I'd either go with the old style bolt on, which I don't really like them. They're frustrating, or the quick or the through axles for sure. This is definitely the way to go for anything. There's a reason the mopeds use them. So yeah, I ended up getting the trailer home, and then at that point I discovered, oh shoot, I ended up breaking not just the quick release, the yoke had a massive crack in it. That was a big problem right there. That would have took multiple days to get that shipped out to me. And then additionally, I was looking over the bike, and I found that the back fork had a massive crack in it. So that is a weakness of the Burley trailer, is you don't want to go sideways whatsoever with it. Yeah, I was going down into some canyon sideways, and that had the trailer putting that sideways force. And then the Santa Ana winds coming in there on the coast of LA, yeah, that just beat the crap out of it multiple times, breaking it. But other than that, yeah, it's been really great. They actually have a warranty on all those parts, so if you do purchase the really expensive Burley, and one of those breaks for you, they do have you covered under warranty. I believe it's a 2-year. So the next trip I ended up doing after all those little mini trips and I ended up going down to Mexico with it, and it's probably over over 1,000 miles, a couple week journey. Trailer did great. Not gonna lie, nothing wrong with it. The feet, is another little con to it. These aren't the feet they came with. These are the ones I engineered for it. These ones are made out of TPU, and these will last trip after trip after trip. Show you mine real quick. So yeah, there's mine, which have been, well, the Mexico tour, they weren't on that, but they were on my Solar Fulls loop. They were on that one. That was, man, that one beat the crap out of my trailer. And then I ended up doing, my latest one was the Mogollon Rim Solar Tour I did with it also. And you can see a little bit of wear and tear on them, a little bit of the TPU coming off, but those are good for probably thousands and thousands of miles still. Unfortunately for the ones they include on the Burley, they're made out of the soft rubber. If you take them on an overnighter, they'll fall apart on you, unfortunately. So yeah, it's definitely a very good trailer. It's my trailer of choice. I'm testing another trailer over here, a 2-wheel one, but being in the solar power world, I know that extra wheel on these would cost quite a bit more extra watts. But if you look at the thickness of those, they're probably twice as much for the tires as is. They're like little mini fat tire bikes, fat tire trailer, but whatever, words. So yeah, guys, the trailer has been awesome to me. So I'm gonna go ahead and play you out with the old outro. So yeah, the Burley trailer runs, I don't know, you may end up dropping like $500 to $600 on this trailer. The cons of it are, yeah, obviously the price of it, the feet, yeah. And then if you happen to go sideways while you're pulling it or anything, that will put stress on those parts. So definitely be another con I have of it. Other than that, I love the little trailer. I've been beating the crap out of it. As you see on mine, she definitely has plenty of scuff marks around her. Yeah, I taped up the legs because they were getting beat up pretty bad. But yeah, it's an awesome little trailer. So yeah, I'll run a QR code with a old outro, and you can find a link for this down in the description below. And yeah, like I said, it's gonna cost you about $500 to $600. She is definitely a pricey one. And then if you check out my videos, I will show you how to turn it into a solar trailer. It is, well, if you got like these pre-built, it's definitely a little bit of work. You're gonna have to do some rewiring on them, possibly replacing the BMS on the battery if you want to be as optimal as my tours. Yep. Old Eric will go ahead and play you guys out. Peace. So yeah, I kind of made the forever e-bike there. I do have 55 amp hours of 48 volt batteries in there, but that's just because I like to have a good gas tank. Every once in a while you do want to go fast or go up a steep mountain. Thanks for watching, and until next time. I got nothing.